But if you're on D&D Beyond, it comes out on the 7th of September. So you can get an early sneak peek if you're on D&D Beyond. This stream is also brought to you by Idle Champions. Idle Champions is a free-to-play game featuring all your favourite characters from the Forgotten Realms. It is actually going to be involved in a mechanic in this game where it will give these players extra dice. Who are these players? That's not on the screen yet, Tom. It's not on the screen yet, Trot. That's your name.
Ouch.
Who are these players? We have Chris Trott.
You don't even know. Chris Trott, hello.
We have Kim Richards.
Hi.
Katie Morrison.
Hi.
And Tom Hazel.
Hello.
These are the regular players, plus we normally have Rhiannon for our main game. It's just the four of us this week, going old school with it.
Hi, Rhiannon.
And this game is called A Rogue's Gambit. It's very much inspired by movies like Mission Impossible and James Bond, and it takes place. Nice module is there are actually 4 different ways to run the campaign.
Ooh.
So even if this one has certain bits from part of the campaign, they might never come up in your own game. So there you go. How about that?
Very cool.
So I should explain a little bit about the mechanic used with Idle Champions. So if you download Idle Champions, which is free to play, and you just get past the tutorial, you will help generate D6, which are going to go into a big pool. You're going to see a dice cam later on where you'll see it. These D6 can be used by the players at any time to boost their attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws. Hell, maybe even damage. We'll see how it all goes. And they can spend as many as they want, because once they run out during a session, they're gone. You can get those by just playing the game. You just earn points for them when you complete adventures in Idle Champions. Also, if you are playing Idle Champions, there will be a code just below me in the box down there where it can earn you a free chest, I believe. Is that right, Tom Hazel?
A free gold chest, yeah, with a code that is going to come up on there. There it is.
There it is.
High Roller's
chest.
Or High Roller's chest. You can
It's
just,
valid for 24 hours.
Oh.
So use it now.
Wow.
You get it now.
Yeah, there you go.
So get your gold chests, and they're valid for 24 hours, so grab it now.
Grab it now. It's a free gold chest. That
Yeah.
that costs 50 gems, I believe.
I like
or
the
some
chest.
such, or 100 gems, or 500 gems.
It's
I'm
some.
sure.
And it's free.
It's free.
I like
So, are you guys ready?
Sure.
We're going to jump straight into this. So, let's set the scene a little bit. It's of a professional standing where you've been roped into working for the Harpers, you've been blackmailed, whatever it is, you are all working for this mysterious organization called the Harpers, who are known across the Forgotten Realms as being spies, do-gooders, generally adventurers who are out there preventing evil from taking root along the Sword Coast and in various other parts of the Forgotten Realms. You all have your own reasons here. Maybe you know each other, maybe you don't, but you have been brought together by one member of this team, Aquamamba, a halfling, bard, rogue, monk, played by Chris Trott. And you've been brought together, and we are going to start in media res, as they call it. We see a swooping low-angle shot of the rooftops of Neverwinter, ramshackle streets of the Shard of Night in particular, the rough, criminal, organized area of the city. As the camera drops down, it focuses in on a very strangely attired halfling man. What does Aquamamba look like, Chris Trott?
A very decadent halfling. He's got a weird face.
Yeah.
In the sense that it's slightly offset to one side. But you wouldn't notice that from the camera angle right now. He plays the camera. He's got very regal blue uniform, I'd call it, with a cravat.
Okay.
He's also got a very golden cane, which seems to be littered with little trinkets and things.
Okay.
There's a weird thing on top. We don't really know what that means, but that's cool. He's holding it aloft.
So Aquamamba is stood in the middle of somewhere called Green Flame Plaza, which is a kind of open square, if you want, surrounded by buildings, kind of like a typical kind of like busy city. Buildings on either side, alleyways kind of going off in different directions from this plaza. Small little fountain. But the plaza gets its name from the various sconces and braziers that are lit with this magical green fire that casts the whole plaza in a sickly green glow. Stood next to Aquamamba is the long-suffering Harper agent that has been working with him, Glenag Ironbeard, a dwarven wizard. His beard is short, soot-coloured. Scars cover his arms and face from various failed experiments and missions that have gone wrong. Generally brought along to be magical, to be a sort of magical assistant, helping matters of the arcane. Glenag has been assigned to you for this particular mission, and he is holding a strange ice-encrusted chest in both hands. Kind of turns to you, he's like, "Oh, they're getting late, Aqua. I don't know where these cultists are. They're supposed to have met us a few hours ago."
You need to calm down. In these kind of situations, you really need to keep it calm.
These are dangerous people we're dealing with. I don't... Oh,
They're only as dangerous as you make them. Honestly, it's all psychology.
all right, I trust you, Mamba. I trust you. And he looks around, and you know that you have assembled the team for a hostage negotiation. You are to H-wing cultists in exchange for a VIP, some sort of very important person, hold of the heart of Cania, somehow. Whether that's you have to steal it back or...
A bait and switch.
You have to do something. And Glenag is currently holding the container.
You're shaking. I can see you're shaking.
If this thing is dangerous, if it wasn't for this particular containment chest, we'd all be turned to demons or something by now.
Look at this.
And I'm balancing my cane on my index finger. My tiny index finger is perfectly balanced.
Wow. What skill.
I just thought I'd like to show you that.
That's a very interesting
Maybe
trick.
I'll-
Elsewhere in the plaza, we have two other figures. One is a hulking giant with what appears to be two left hands.
Jim, now that he says it,
A Goliath.
Yeah.
The camera lingers momentarily on this metal left hand attached to his right arm, but then swoops back to reveal what does this Goliath look like?
He's big, very big, almost like a grey, bluey skin, like sort of tribal tattoos covering his body. No shirt. He's got like bandages around his fists with blood, like old blood on it and things like that. And just generally like super bedraggled. Like, well, I mean, he's bald, he's big, he's a bruiser.
He looks like Drax.
He's a bit Draxy,
Okay.
but
Draxy.
bigger somehow.
Okay.
And two left
next
hands.
spotted in cities on the Sword Coast, a goblin.
proud.
What does this goblin look like?
Oh, Boomer. He looks... He's small. He's wearing like kind of leather trousers that are kind of all a bit ripped up and a bit burnt. And in fact, his whole demeanor is just burnt. He's a bit sooty, a bit frazzled. Like he's got a mohawk that's a little bit burnt on top. And he's just like got straps all over him with a crowbar, a hammer, bombs, other canisters and mysterious things like
Various trinkets and alchemist tools.
And he also just looks like the living embodiment of a slouch.
Okay.
Like he's just, you just look at him, he's slouching. Like
Okay.
he's a master sloucher.
Yeah. Very Junkrat-esque.
Maybe.
So, and it's Bertie is the Goliath. Is that correct?
Bertie, yeah.
Bertie.
Or-
So
yeah.
Bertie and Boomer, you guys are separated.
do today, Bertie?
It's very much a pinky in the brain.
Boomer.
We're gonna take over the world!
Very, very stripped around. You two are separate to Aquamamba and Glenag, mainly known as Glenn. You two are slightly separated. Would you be making some sort of preparations? You know that this hostage negotiation is going to take down this plaza. The cultists are running late. But would you have made any preparations? Would you have been working on some secret plans? Or are you just looming in the shadows, ready to strike?
I'm just waiting for the sign. Like, I
Anyway.
don't think I'm even slouched. I'm
You're
just
just
standing there.
Stood
I'm just
there
like-
as a
just
hulking
like-
figure.
I'm
Ready
probably
fist
He doesn't even
together.
realise that he's
Okay.
just got to be quiet.
Yeah,
Right?
as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So are you guys watch as a group of approximately, I need to check. I think it's about 5 figures. 2 tieflings, both blue skin, that has amber eyes. They both wear these dark kind of robes mixed with leather armor, and trailing behind them are 3 similarly dressed humans, half-elves, you're not quite sure, hooded, they look like mooks. And they're kind of trailing behind these 2 twin tieflings. They look like nobodies. they're cannon fodder.
Background characters.
Yeah, they're minions. And they're looming behind these 2 twin tieflings, which are slowly making their way down an alleyway towards Aquamamba and Glenag. And as we see them, we actually see them through the scope of a rifle pointed down from the rooftops, perched precariously on a rooftop, kind of angling down in a sniper's position.
Length and very vibrant yellow eyes.
Yeah. And the gun in particular, it looks somewhat modern, but with that fantasy element. That kind of Aqua is watching this approaching group from position, and Aquamumba, these two twin tieflings and their 3 bodyguards approach, and they kind of offer a very courteous little bow. So, you are the one that has been sent to exchange, yes?
Absolutely. Does it look like anybody else is here? I'm kidding.
Indeed. Flo, do we have the prisoner? Yes, of course, Rhyme, yes. And he snaps his fingers, and in a puff of icy, frost-coloured smoke, this bagged over-the-head humanoid figure, young arms and legs bound, kind of appears suddenly, poof, and kind of collapses to his knees. We have what you want. Do you have what we requested?
You know we do. Glenegg,
Hi!
just put it down for a second.
All right.
He's got the shakes. It's his first day.
He puts it at the chest squarely on the ground in front of you and then takes a step back. Do we simply offer you
Is it your first day too?
more that I'm
How
interested in how
adorable.
you wish to proceed?
Well, first of all,
They slap the hostage on the back.
very good illusion, but I'm gonna have to check closely myself.
Very well. Step forward then.
Very well.
I'm going to step forward, shuffle forward. I'm going to do some things. It looks like the cane is like getting out a little magnifying glass, popping out the side.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Looks very human. What did you say? Keep quiet. You're hostage. Keep professional.
Professional hostage.
Where is that button? The detect magic button.
And then I'm going to...
Glenn at this point is like, do you need me to cast Detect Magic?
Glenn!
Sorry. I can do it right now if you need.
no, Glenn!
Oh, sorry.
Please! I'm the leader.
All right, sorry.
Aquamumba.
All right, sorry.
Come on.
We're familiar with your work. Is it true that you once
Why is everybody talking to me when I'm trying to find the button?
true that you once snuck into the Palace of Neverwinter using the lavatory?
Look, we don't talk about that. There's far more things that I've done that I'm far more heroic. Why does everyone bring up the lavatory? It's unnecessary.
I just look down at you. Have you finished, funny man?
Oh, here it is.
And I'm going to send up a signal,
Okay.
which is a streak of water, which then explodes into the shape of a snake.
Whoops! Wrong button.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to be a deception check to try and claim that you have made this by mistake. As your, some sort of minor illusion erupts upwards.
He's taken 6.
66 he's going to use to
Thank
answer this
you
roll.
for
Idle
providing
champion.
these.
That's the point of the brand deal.
We only have this many.
Oh, it's a 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
so he
actually,
needs
Plus
it.
5, 10 to begin with.
Okay.
14, 18, 20, 23, 29,
29.
32.
32. I mean, it just...
Whoops! What a mistake!
You fool! You'll alert the gods!
Oh my
And they look around desperately.
It's okay.
checking
Flares
around.
go up all this time of year.
And what does this symbol mean to the others?
That is a signal for shit's about to go down.
Right, okay.
Everybody assemble and get ready.
Okay.
About to go down
Still,
or is going down?
already in position. ready.
They shove the hostage towards you like, it's clearly not an illusion.
I think in the
Now
alleyway.
give us down chest. Glenn just holds his hand up like, oh, no trouble here, no trouble here.
By all means, go ahead. Maybe check if it's an illusion.
The 3 guards, 2 of the guards just pick it up and bring it over to...
Whoa. I wouldn't let them do that. Maybe check the goods yourself.
You know, is it
Clumsy bodyguard.
seems to be in order.
Maybe touching it's very important.
Why are you so concerned with us touching the chest?
As he turns around,
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to put a dagger to
Okay.
his throat
Okay.
and just
So you-
whisper,
Aquamumba.
So are you trying to grab him and hold him hostage, or are you trying to
I've let go
shove
his
the
back
blade?
and I've got a blade in his throat.
Are you going to stab him with it, or are you trying to
No, I'm
threaten?
just holding it there.
Okay. So I think if you're jumping on his back, that's simply. Let's see if his twin brother is quick enough to react Nope, that's a 1 for me.
17.
17. So you leap on the back and you throw a neck.
Remember.
Burlesque around his hand.
Yes, please hit me. I'm so close to him. He'll hit him too.
It's like, well, it would be a shame if my brother wasn't resistant to cold damage.
What?
And yeah, like there's this standoff as him holding out this hand, and you can feel this kind of cold energy beginning to pulse. And the tiefling that you have is just like, do it, brother, freeze him into an ice.
Probably just
Booby! Fireworks!
I'm just like, do you think we should do something? Wait, what's my voice?
That was
I need
not
no,
the
that was
voice.
no. Well,
You wanted to do an Aussie
I need your
voice.
help. I need
We
your
needed
help.
to do a bit of an Aussie, like a little
Like,
goblin, like
yeah.
Mosley up here.
Do you think we were meant to do something?
I
Oh,
ain't got
plan.
French. Can't do
And
it.
with that, I'll grab Boomer with one hand.
Oh no! It's not the plan.
I think
Left
that's going to be an
Oh,
athletics
sorry,
check.
yeah, left hand.
Yeah, athletics check
Catapult.
for.
3 dice.
Okay, sure.
From the pool.
Ooh, good, I needed it. 10,
Can we see
15.
the pool?
Wait, acrobatics?
It's on rotation. 'cause
It's on
the rest
rotation.
of-
Acrobatics or
stuff.
athletics?
Athletics.
Athletics. You are gone.
I'm in orbit now.
10,
You've
14. I rolled a 15 and I add 9 to that.
So 10, 15 feet into the air, this goblin is just launched screaming. At this point, I think that a screaming goblin and a fierce Mexican standoff is definitely going to be an initiative roll.
You just hear me go, you prick!
That was the plan, right?
Natural 20!
Damn.
You kids.
Fleur.
Yeah.
Okay, so Aquamamba,
22.
Watching Harry Potter.
Boomer.
Bernie.
Bernie. You
is
will
gonna
I
be
read
it.
a book recently with a
It's gonna
character
be
called Bernie in it. What was it?
3.
3. Fleur.
Very apt.
8. I like the idea that, yeah, like he's like, go goblin!
I choose you!
Begins to develop. Aquamamba has leapt onto the back of one of these twin tieflings, has a dagger at his throat. The other one is kind of holding out a hand with some sort of ice-based spell ready to launch at a moment's notice. However, they're all taken by surprise, including the two currently holding the chest, the two random cultists, by a goblin that is still mid-air as you take your turn, about to plummet 10 feet to the ground, but you most certainly have a surprise on anyone.
No one's more surprised than Boomer!
That was the plan.
How clustered are like all the...
So I'd say Aquamamba and the two tieflings are one group. The three other cultists, two of which have the chest, are slightly separated. And then Glenn is behind all of them, still with his hands up. Sorry, I didn't roll initiative for Glenn
Glenny.
either.
Thank you.
Glenny!
Let me roll for Glenn here. Oh, a
Glenn's.
whopping 11. And he's just holding his hands like, oh, what's going on?
Could I catch people within 20-foot radius? Sorry, a 5... no, I need a point within 20 feet and
Yeah.
then a 5-foot radius.
You could hit either
What do I go for?
as you're sailing through the air. Oh.
Can I please go for the Aquamamba's little group?
Okay, so the two tieflings and Aquamamba,
Yeah.
and what are you throwing some sort of canister or
I would like to throw. It looks like a little can.
Okay.
Like it literally looks like a little tin can.
like a bean can?
Except it's got a crystal in one end that's starting to very violently erupt in bright light
Okay.
as I rip it out
So you're
from
like,
it. Yeah. That is a bright light explosive.
okay, so what do we need to do?
Can you please make a Dex saving throw DC 13?
Okay, and that
includes
Aquamamba
you.
as well.
Um,
Oh, these two tieflings, like the twins from the Matrix, just leap to the sides.
Okay. So what is that? Like a flashbang?
it's a
Yes.
bright light explosive.
21.
21. So all three, seeing this, you don't even know who's thrown it at this point. You just see this little thing. You backflip off this tiefling. The other two tieflings go spreading out into the plaza as this erupts in light. Flash of light. The others manage to shield their eyes, but it kind of engulfs the whole area, sending this pulse of light. And just
Bertie.
for everybody at home, by the way, Kim is currently playing a homebrew class that I made called the Vigilante. So if you're not recognizing the abilities, that's what she's playing.
Bertie was looking directly into it.
Which will explain his 3 initiative, I think. quite well.
Rubbing his eyes with his two left hands.
So the other thing is you begin to land. I'd like you to make an acrobatics check, please, to see if you can like tuck and roll and avoid some damage.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, acrobatics.
We are hemorrhaging.
Burning
already.
through those
Well,
dice. You need to play more Idle Champions, guys.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
More than enough to tuck and roll.
Can I land on someone?
No, but you can avoid the damage you're about to
Okay.
take. If you'd rolled a natural 20, sure, but no. These are
Still
just
need the
nice
nat
extra
20.
dice, yeah. Still need that nat 20. You tuck and roll, you land, but I would say that you come up easily within striking distance
Yeah.
of these three that have kind of dispersed.
I land and just go, ta-da! Nail it!
They turn round, the two tieflings are like, is that a goblin? And they kind of like look around in surprise, unsure of what exactly is going on. But as they take that moment of surprise, Aquamamba.
So I've landed just a little bit far away.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to run in,
Okay.
spend a key point, because I assume this is dissipated now, this explosion.
Yes, it's kind of like a flash of light
Yeah,
and
it's just
it
a bang.
vanishes. Yeah,
What
it's
are my
like a
key
bang.
points at this
It's a
level?
flashbang.
Yeah.
Key points.
It's a setup, brother! Kill them! Get the chest gun!
That is going to give me flurry of blows. So I'm going to run in and just attack the person I just leapt off of.
Okay, so one of the two tieflings, this is Flo. That you're
I'm just hitting with my cane.
Okay.
I'm going to treat it like my
So you know you make
fists.
your one weapon attack and then you get two unarmed strikes afterwards. Because then it's the first time you're playing monk.
Well, I'm going to make them all unarmed strikes.
Okay,
They're just
yeah.
going to count as that.
Okay.
20.
Okay. So 20 easily hits. Do you want to? Yeah, you can either do them individually. So the other
5.
thing is to point out is everybody who's playing a character today, everybody has at least one level in Rogue. Hence a Rogue's Gambit. You now have, thanks to Boomer's elegant landing, an ally within 5 feet,
Oh shit.
which will give you sneak attack, which is an extra d6 of damage.
Boom. So that's 7 points of damage in total.
7.
This jabs with my
Okay,
cane.
bam. Okay.
And then, like, probably a little arm with a tiny fist on it is going to do the next attack.
Okay.
3.
So I'll allow it.
Three sixes.
Three sixes
Four
on
dice,
these
three
really cool
sixes.
custom Idle Champions dice.
3 d6s and a
So
4.
you did roll a 3, however.
Roll
so,
a 3.
so that's 18, that's 21, 25, and then your attack bonus.
Yeah. Which is plus 6.
So that's 31.
31. Does that hit, Mark?
That hits, yeah,
You've
certainly
used
does.
so many dice
You s-
already.
I haven't even
8.
touched
Another
a
8?
single dice.
He's the leader of the group, like, God.
So the little tiny arm comes out of the stick, punches this tiefling into the sucker
You live
punch,
to this day.
and then you just
You
come in
all
with,
remember the name!
with your own punch.
Aquamamba.
Right, from now on, by the way, if you want to use the Idle Champions dice, you have to roll them when you roll the d20. None of this, I'm going to roll it, then add dice.
Okay.
17.
17 still hits.
That's right.
Catching
And
them
5
flat-footed.
points.
Another 5 points.
As a bonus action,
You've already used your bonus action for the flurry.
that's right. Never mind then, I finished my action.
There you go. So Aquamamba pummels one of these two tieflings with a series of blows.
Still got it.
The other one turns, sees this goblin's just appeared, seen that you've started attacking his brother, and Rhyme will a chest. He takes the chest off them, and then he begins a run towards one of the alleyways. He gets just across the plaza before he actually enters the alleyway and the series of buildings, as he makes a mad dash for it. That's going to be his turn.
it's
After
a dash.
those, it
Grab
is.
and dash.
The one that was fighting, the one that you just and ice begins to form all over his body and into an armor of such, which will give him 10. And then he turns on you. That was his action. As he turns on you, and then he will utter. Oh no, he's already done that, so he can't do that. Yeah, he just turns on you with his new icy armor and pulls a scimitar, ready to stab it through your gut, but will not do so.
Right through the gutty works.
Right through the gutty works.
I'll do it.
The 3 other cultists will now, 2 will turn on Aquamamba, 1 will go after Boomer, as they all pull out these kind of curved blades, curved swords.
Curved swords.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. As they begin to try
They've got
and
curved swords.
lay into you. Aquaman, this
15.
one does the same thing, but it's almost like an Inspector Gadget. A false leg comes over and blocks the second one. Boomer, one's going to run over to you, but this one, catching you unawares as you landed, strikes you across the back. for 7 points of damage, cutting through into your leather armor, causing a graze along your back.
Got him.
Let's see what Glenn does. So Glenn will, seeing these 3 cultists have descended onto all of you, and in fear, will cast Major Armor on himself. He's like, ah! Touches himself as like purple kind of suit of armor emerges around him. He's like, sorry, I'll help in a second.
Oh, no.
And then he begins pulling out a wand, it seems, like a wand, but it's like one of those really cheesy kids wands with like a moon and stars and ribbons coming,
I thought you were
coming
going to say
off
it
of
was a
it.
black one with like a white tip.
Yeah,
No, that's another one of his wands. But no, this one is like a
He's
kid's,
got that one.
a kid style
okay,
nighttime wand. As he does that, Fleur. So from up on the rooftops, you have the wide view of this whole plaza.
Okay, so I want to see him running with the chest.
Okay.
And I would like to expend a grit point
Yes.
to do a disarming shot to try and make him drop it.
Oh, okay, sounds great.
Sounds great.
Would you like to use any Idle Champions dice?
Yes.
Oh, we already don't have a lot left.
Let's
You
go.
use loads, you shush.
I used 3.
I use a lot.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
3, 4, 37, 38, 39, 40? Does
got a
40
win.
hit?
I believe a 40
Can you
hits,
make a
Katie.
strength saving throw?
I can. Maybe for the next session, I'm gonna be able to use these dice as
I
well.
did wonder, yeah.
So what is the DC on the saving throw?
13.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that I rolled a 13.
Damn. Well, okay, he still takes
You
damage.
still
though,
take damage,
so-
and this is using your big rifle.
This is using my sniper rifle.
Yeah, your bad news, as
Snipper ripper.
Percy would call it.
15, 16, 18 damage.
18 points of damage.
Whoa.
So you hear this as this bald musket round flies across the plaza. You hear the tiefling almost double over, but manages to kind of keep his arms on this chest.
No way.
Blood floor.
Stop him, you fools!
As he turns around, looks, it's like, shakes a fist, but still manages to keep hold of the chest. Anything else you'd like to do, or is that your whole turn?
I think that's my whole turn. I don't know what else I can do right now.
Okay.
Actually, what is reloading? Is that an action?
I don't know. I'm not sure how it works
Good
for bad news.
question.
It's got the
I think
reload
it
property,
is.
I think it
I
normally
think it's,
says. One action to reload.
Reload 1.
Yep, so I'll
It's
take an
fire
action
3.
to reload.
So, okay, never mind.
So next turn you won't be able to shoot, you'll have to
Sure,
reload.
sure.
Well,
Can I make my way down from the roof?
yes,
Can I
you
start
absolutely
to?
can. Yeah, so that would be an athletics or acrobatics check. To start climbing down.
Maybe
2 or 3?
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, you do
needed
actually
it.
need
She
that.
She
was
rolled
it?
a 7.
Athletics or acrobatics?
17, 18, 19.
One of them, the D20.
19?
How much?
19.
You kind of start jumping down, hitting fire escape. It's just in time as well because as you're sliding down, you realise that another figure out on another one of the rooftops had emerged, pulling back a great longbow and was aiming in your direction, but seeing you move, whips around to Aquamamba and fires a longbow shot.
Wow.
Ha!
They had people too.
They had people too.
Who
Would a
thought?
17 hit you, Aquamamba?
Yes, it would.
Oh no! Well, the first shot is going to be 9 points of damage, but then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you feel a venom burn into your blood.
17.
But venom, you're the Mamba. Venom doesn't affect
I
you.
am Snake.
Just grazes past you, feel the burning, just pumps you up even more. The second arrow, however, you manage to leap out of the way, the venom burning through you, causing your adrenaline to leap out of the way as the second arrow plinks into the stone ground beside you.
Plink.
Plink. After
Great
the
longbow. Clink.
archer goes.
Birdie!
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 Yeah.
So how far away did I have to be from the flashbang for it to blind me?
I mean, it didn't blind you, but
No,
probably was
you-
like,
you were- yeah.
Okay, I
It would
think,
represent you going last, let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
I mean, yeah, I think I was looking directly into it, despite knowing that was the plan. Charge in, full speed, aimlessly. Into
where would
the
you like to
crowd.
charge into?
So-
the main melee in the centre of the plaza?
Yeah, so how far away am I?
So I'd say you're like no more than...
Okay.
How far is the one
So the other guy, he took the chest and then he ran. So he's about 30 feet, but away from the center of the plaza. So he's about 60 feet from Bertie.
So all I do is catch up to him if I dash.
If you dashed, yes.
I wouldn't be able to do anything then.
No, but it would make it easier to chase after him.
Unless,
as
do I
opposed
have
to giving
dash
him
as
a
a
lead.
bonus action?
I don't think so.
I don't believe I do. Oh? Yes, I do. Cunning action. Just charge right through the melee.
So you're going to bonus action dash, move action, and
Yeah.
then you'll be next to this
and
guy.
then be right next to him. And
So charging through, you're going to provoke 4 attacks of opportunity
I know.
they can
as these
do it.
cultists all try and swing at you as you coming.
I'm going to end up there with 4 of them grabbing onto my legs.
So I imagine that it's not so much they miss, but their blows, like you just charge through with such force that the blows don't really find any purchase. The first one just bounces off your Goliath skin. The second one does 15 hit you.
It does.
It does. So the first one is 3 points of damage.
Okay.
The second cultist, that's only a 12 to hit you.
Nope.
But then Flo, the tiefling, will also get to make an attack against you, which is a 6. I'm rolling terribly.
Awesome.
Good.
Goodbye,
And-
purple dice.
Because I'm giant, they're all dead now, right?
No.
And when I
sadly.
catch up to that guy...
So you bonus action, move action, you get next to this other tiefling who you can see is bleeding from the shoulder but is still running, and he looks at you in horror as this Goliath just...
For the final 30 feet, I'm just winding up a huge uppercut
Okay.
and just want to launch him with my
Give me
metal fist.
Give me an attack roll, my friend.
So I'm going to use 2... Are we using it for attack rolls?
Yeah.
Is it
You can
any
use
roll?
it for attack.
Oh, God! I rolled a natural 1 with 3 on the 2d6s with a plus 8 to hit.
Oh, jeez.
So, I mean, yeah, in total,
11.
12.
12. You wound up.
3 dice. 12.
You prepared yourself for this punch as best you could. But running up, I mean, what would distract Bertie? Like remembering something?
Anything.
Or, like, did I leave the stove on?
Just you name it.
That light was pretty.
Yeah, like something distracts you and you swing, but the tiefling has just enough time to throw themselves backwards.
Just that tiny scratch on my arm that I got as I ran through. He just, like, the final 30 feet just...
Damaged.
Oh!
As you just watch as he kind of leaps back in horror as you swing and miss,
And I
basically.
think he makes a little like, oh!
Yeah, there's definitely like a whoop noise from him as you swing and desperately fail to connect.
The hostage! You're under my leadership now. There ain't nothing you can't do.
But I appreciate it.
to action. So you have a D6. I
You're not my
believe,
boss,
For
boss.
the next 10 minutes. You can spend it at any point in the next 10
Inspiration
minutes.
die.
Yeah,
D6.
D6.
Okay. Cool. And as my action,
Yeah.
I'm going to spin around.
Okay.
Cane, ting, two little things come up the top, and a tiny string forms.
Okay.
Pointing at the.
Let me check
No.
because Bertie, I think you might be making a saving throw as well.
Yep.
Sleep.
Sleep
you
is
can
an
add a
area
dice
of
to
20
it,
feet.
I've just
20 feet, yeah. So, what I'd like you to
Add a
do,
dice
True.
Aquamember, roll 5d8 for me.
15.
23, 29. Do you have 29 or less hit points?
No.
Okay, so you watch as so and just collapses asleep, snoring soundly. You can only use it once per day.
Once-
so
long
that's once
rest,
per day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah, as Bertie is in front of him, you hear the tiefling in front of you angrily.
So are the cultists like in
Yeah,
front of
there's
me,
like 3
the
cultists,
cluster of
2 of
cultists?
which were fighting Aquamember, and then one's fighting you.
Can I do a 15-foot cone that doesn't hit Aquamember?
Sure,
Like
you can hit
this
2
time?
of them.
Okay. I'm just gonna go, oh, thanks, Toilet Snake. You got me all fired up. Speaking of which, and I'm gonna just pull out, like, I guess it's probably slinging on my back, and just this kind of like, almost like a giant bagpipe
Okay.
with a vacuum hose connected
Okay.
to the front. And I'm just gonna give it a big old squeeze.
Posty.
Wow.
Well, that's a fail. One has succeeded,
It was
one
like a
fails.
whoopee cushion or something.
Okay.
So I believe the one who succeeded takes half, I believe.
Yes. So the one who succeeded takes half, and the other one takes 2d6. But can I add some? No, because it's a thing, isn't
Yes,
it?
it's 2d6. You can use the Idle Champions dice, just don't take them from the pool. There you go. Or use those. That works too. So 6,
for one. And
Yep.
6 for one, and then 3
3
for the other one. As you can see, and they are lit on fire. They're wearing cloaks and things like that. Their cloaks go up in flames, bits of their shirts, as Boomer just cackles maniacally as this flame just launches all over them.
Etc.
Wow.
Etc. etc.
So on, so forth.
Yeah, so that happens. The tiefling in front of Mother, he is going to cast Misty Step and teleports 30 feet to his brother's body, picks up the chest, and then runs 30 more feet down the alleyway.
Attack of opportunity.
You will get an attack opportunity, yes.
Here we go.
So you're like, you see this man just appear, grab the chest, look you dead in the eye. Bye, big man. And then
Bye.
wait a minute!
No.
And you
don't
just
even
swing a little
respond.
too late. Okay.
Don't even respond.
Yeah, and he just runs off.
Oh, birdie.
He is out of spell slots. So.
Wow.
As he just runs, leaving his unconscious brother snoring soundly on the ground.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep, little boy. I believe that his brother, does he wake up or is he just asleep? I think he's just
Asleep
Have
forever.
you got sleep there?
You must make a
Yes.
save, right?
I don't know if he does. It's been so long since I've used
No.
sleep.
until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone using an action to shake or sleep, slap the
Until
sleeper
he takes
awake.
damage. So he just snores.
It's a minute duration.
Snoozing. Just snoozes away. The cultists, however, being brain dead mooks who don't really care about anything, they are just going to continue trying to attack you. So 2 on Aquamember, 1 on Boomer. The ones on fire are slightly distracted, like they're trying to hit you but fail. However, 1 just launches himself into you with a natural 20. For that's going to be 11 points of damage as this flaming man just runs at you and slides down. Oh, and we are using injury table rules on this, so that's a Constitution saving throw, please, for me.
He's lost his
Aquamember.
head.
You can use the dice.
I'm
You
not
can use
down.
the
It's
dice.
not down.
No, it's a critical hit.
Yeah.
Use the dice. No.
It's fine.
You
rolled.
passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this blade cuts deep into your shoulder. Yeah, you could have used it for that.
Oh.
Yeah. The blade cuts deep into your shoulder, but not enough to cause any significant injury. If you want to check out the injury table rules, it's in the variant rule in the DMG. I've added a few more options to it. There you go, for those of you who aren't familiar with high rollers. So that's one of them. Boomer. 1 tries to stab you. That's only going to be a 12 to hit. So you leap out the way, the bagpipes now out of flame energy, you kind of just toss to the side. I'm pretty sure you've only got 2
Toss
uses.
it aside.
Well, no, I mean like sling it behind your back or
Lovingly
something.
behind me.
Okay. Yeah, and you dodge out of the way as they try and stab you up. Glenn
Slippery little eel.
Glenn will, seeing that things are going slightly well, will target the area with Aquamember and the 2 cultists, and he produces this wand. He's like, "That's a great idea, Mamba!" And he's also going to cast Sleep from his wand.
Oh.
I've got 3
God.
HP.
6.
Fucking idiot.
3.
Yeah, 3 HP left.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna sleep. So dumb.
So you have 3 hit points left, did you say?
Yes.
So all 3 of you fall asleep. 2 of the cultists are on fire, however.
And a
Yes, fall graciously to sleep amongst this pile of burning men, and that's Glenn's turn.
Fucking Glenn.
And then, but then Glenn will try and chase after the one that ran away. He's like, "Right, done with that. Let's go!" Way to the plaza now. So you're about 30 feet from this kerfuffle,
just really
and then 30
noise.
feet to the guy to Bertie,
Can I just-
and then the other guy is another 30 feet after that.
Can I just step so that I can see down the alleyway? Just bring out my other pistol. and
Yeah.
just-
Yeah. What's the range on the other pistol?
I believe. What it says.
Full
Sir,
range?
do that?
Yes, you could. Yeah, you could move 30 feet
Can I move
forward,
so I'm
then
not
you'd
at
be
disadvantage?
60 feet. Yeah, you could. So you
do
basically
that.
run into the middle of the plaza with this madness going on, pull out your pistol, and take a.
completely ignore the madness.
Okay.
And
Yep.
take a shot.
You absolutely can.
See how it goes.
Oh, you're going for a natural roll. No, you're not.
Should have
okay.
just, yeah.
So you had 9, so that's 27 alone.
27 plus
27.
7. Yeah.
Yes, that will
hits.
hit. Yes.
34. Does he have 34 AC?
Wait.
No.
No.
Good to ask, though.
I feel like something will
5, 6,
eventually.
Something will. Yeah. This initial thing, no.
8 damage.
8 points of damage. Okay, so
And-
that is absorbed by the ice armor that was surrounding him. The ice armor cracks, kind of splattering around it in icy shards, but you're obviously far enough
Can
away.
I take an action surge to take an additional shot?
Yes, you absolutely can. So the first, and then it slinks into the next chamber.
22 to hit.
Hits. You see like another as a gut shot penetrates through his armor, probably breaking a few ribs, not quite penetrating through. However, as the bullet hits, a jet stream of fire will back towards you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw
cool.
for me, please?
Hellish rebuke, yeah.
Yeah, tiefling!
Tiefling!
9.
9. So you are going to take, that's going to be, that's a 9, yeah. 13, 15 points of fire damage as this streak
Am I
of flame.
I'm resistant.
If you are a
Okay,
tiefling,
yeah,
you
I'm a
are
tiefling,
indeed resistant.
so, yeah.
So you'll take 8.
Thank you.
So the flame washes over you, but you're a tiefling. Meh.
Justy.
Yeah. These tieflings do seem different. Like the affinity for cold seems that they might be a slightly different type of tiefling. As the flames wash over you, you resist some of it. Bertie,
Okay.
this guy's
so,
30 feet away from you currently.
so I'm standing above the sleeping guy,
Yes.
and a bullet just whizzed past me.
2 bullets.
2 bullets.
And then a streak of fire went back the other way.
He's very confused.
I got this guy. Were we going for the box?
The box, you idiot!
That's
You're
my,
imbecile!
that's my box! I'll rage. That's my box! And I'll just bonus action dash towards him and just
Okay,
bear hug
so
him.
you bonus action, you get next to him, then you want to try and grab him, right?
And then just
okay,
grab him.
So make an athletics check, of which I believe you are raging, so you have advantage.
Do I?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
I
I'm
will
not
make
even going to use
an
the D6 for
acrobatics
that.
check. Oh no, I don't have advantage, but I rolled pretty high.
Uh,
And I thought I was fine.
Whoa.
So this guy nearly wriggles out of your grip, but you're like, my box! And you just crush him. You feel like, and you have got him grappled currently. Yeah, and he seems
Nice.
unable to escape.
Need to
You
dash.
actually, because you have movement, you could drag him 15 foot backwards. Because you bonus action dashed up to
casually
him,
walk backwards.
action grabbed him, and then as a move, you can move a grappled creature half.
Wall.
Yeah.
Could I just walk into a wall with him and just...
Sure.
Like I'm just walking as I normally would.
Sure.
But just...
roll a d6 for me. Roll a d6 for me.
Cool. 5.
You watch as the life of him is nearly squeezed out of him as he's pushed. You feel like one of his horns break, and he's just like,
It's my box, little man!
You're just pushing him in. What's the character from Mice and Men?
Lenny.
Lenny.
But he was never angry. He was
No,
just
this
very
guy's
passionate.
angry though. Well, Bertie's very passionate about his box. So yeah, he is on 1 hit
Oh,
point.
I think it's that.
He's on
yeah.
1 hit point. By the way.
Wow.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. So we go back to the sleeping Aquaman who is fast asleep. Then we go to the sleeping tiefling who is also asleep.
Okay. What a mess.
This is great.
Boomer, it's your go. There are 2 sleeping cultists who are on fire.
Okay.
And then 1 remaining one who is fighting you.
Okay.
They're just gonna burn to death
Who is soon
in
going
their
to be on
sleep.
fire.
Do they technically wake up on their go because
When
they're
they take
burning?
damage, they will.
Yeah.
But they'll take damage at the start of their turn and wake up. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what are we?
A wonderful bunch of miscreants.
Do I technically get sneak attack if he's asleep?
Sleeping ones, however, yes, you will, because you'll have advantage.
No, I'll probably attack the one that's.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm pointing at him as well.
Like when you're like. that way. Okay, let's see if you hit. Would you like to use any dice?
Bardic Inspiration, does that work on?
Yeah, it works on attack rolls, yeah.
Okay, I will use my Bardic.
Seven.
Then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
You know what? It's a cultist, yeah.
God.
Crack.
I'm having so much fun right now. Oh, can I use Fury of the Small on him?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
This seems like a very apt moment for Fury of the Small. I imagine because you're a
I was
goblin.
going to say kneecap, but we'll go
I
with
think
you.
like swing height.
6, 7, 8, 9, and then with Fury of the Small, 13 points of damage.
Jesus, to the junk.
You swing. You do an upward swing. You hear something crack, snap, and then the man just goes.
And somehow you get a home run. You see something fly off.
One testicle. It's out of the field.
I think Boomer would actually say that.
yeah.
Knocked it out of the park.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Right. That's
Boomer takes it home.
that's Boomer's
I
go.
don't know what I expected, but
Yeah.
this is
This is ridiculous.
Even more. It's great. Even more.
I'm loving life.
The other sleeping tiefling. This is a success. The other sleeping tiefling is asleep. The two cultists, however, roll. Let's say a d6 for me, Kim.
A D6.
Yeah.
2.
Okay. One of them wakes up hideously burned and just spends his whole turn rolling to put the fires out, and he looks super injured. He's just, he's crying, saying, "Oh, why? Asmodeus, why have you forsaken me?" The other one manages to kind of roll and put himself out as well, but he seemed less injured, but they're not going to attack, they're just going to spend their whole turn putting themselves out.
Rolling.
Just rolling around on the ground.
I love life right now.
Asleep and on fire.
Yeah, basically.
Can you think of anything worse?
Glenn will walk up behind Bertie. Good job, lad! Oh, very nice! He stumbles back, trips over the sleeping one, and just falls prone.
Does damage to him. He wakes up.
He wakes up now. He just stumbles over the sleeping guy.
Oh, my brother, jeez.
Just falls over.
So useless.
Yeah, he is. He's the Simon Pegg.
The Nick Frost, you mean?
Yeah, he's more of the Nick Frost.
Never taken a shortcut.
Never taken a shortcut. So that's Gen's
Just the
go.
one cultist, eh?
The archer will fire one arrow at the sleeping tiefling, and then he'll fire one at Bertie. So the sleeping tiefling he hits, which will wake him up, but will cause 8 points of damage too.
Loving damage.
Loving damage.
For his own good.
Which you just see this arrow, like the guy's sleeping, and he does wake up. Well, I have to make a Constitution save. Oh no, the poison I already used. Bertie against you. That's a 6.
No.
I like to think that it hits you and you just it just doesn't register. Just means nothing to you.
Bounces off me.
Just bounces off. Fleur.
Oh, we're back again.
Yeah.
Okay. So the tiefling has woken up.
So he's awake, but he's still prone on the ground. An arrow sticking out of him. You can see Bertie in the alleyway just pushing one of them into the wall. You see the horn snap, and the guy looks in terrible pain. You see Boomer just rolling around the plaza on fire. Aquaman is just having a lovely sleep.
I am.
Peaceful.
I'm gonna take a shot at the archer.
Okay. What's the real? How many shots do you get on your
6.
6. Okay, perfect. So you got 4 shots left on the archer. So you aim up at the rooftops. He does have some slight cover.
Oh, natural 20.
Not that it matters. What's the total? I'm just interested.
26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33.
33. That's a hit, and it's a crit. So you double the dice damage.
Does he get an
So
injury
8.
table as well?
Yes, sure.
9,
Let's roll it.
10, 11,
Well, I need to make a con save first. That's a natural 1.
13.
Put
roll
d20
one.
for me, Katie.
Okay. 5.
5. So you aim
He
up.
loses a testicle.
You kind of bring up the pistol, the pepper box. You wait until he stands up to take his next shot. How much damage was it, just out of interest?
Did I say 13?
Yeah.
13. So the bullet, basically, you see it hit. it shatters the bone in his arm, breaking his right arm, just junk, as it gets wrenched to the side as he collapses to the rooftop, and a howl of "Ah!" like a Wilhelm scream comes down. And yeah, just echoes down.
Interesting.
And you are left down on the ground. Anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to, walk back to where these guys are.
Okay.
And there's two guys fighting me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just there's two guys. Two of them are on. They're rolling on. They're not really fighting you. They've just been horrifically burned.
Roll.
She's not really gonna be worrying about it though. She's
Yeah.
just kind of like casually
Sauntering.
she's quite pleased with herself.
The archer attempts to get off the roof and escape with his broken arm. Wilhelm screams 20 foot down, killing him. you hear this wet. That's it. That's him dead.
Oh, brilliant.
We're such
Bertie.
a good group.
So with rage, am I
Yes.
just in that, or can I end it?
You can end it as you choose to, yeah. It's a
Okay.
bonus action, I think, to end.
I'll just like stop for a second, then back away from the wall with him, and then like, oh, sorry, put him down,
Okay.
and then quick jab to the face.
Okay. Sure.
Horrible.
It's 24 to hit.
That's a hit. So
Okay.
it's your unarmed strike damage. Oh no, we said that your metal fist counts as a club, didn't we? So it's a D4.
1d4 plus.
Plus, you're a swashbuckler, so you always get your sneak attack.
Oh, yes, I do.
So you always get another
Which
2d6, I think,
is-
for you. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're level 3
Forgetting
rogue.
my sneak.
Okay, so
Okay.
I don't think I would have gotten any though so far.
You've not had advantage yet, I don't think, so... Although the first shot you would have, because you were sniped, so you were hidden.
13 damage.
13 damage to this one guy with 1 hit point left.
Yep.
You hear like bones snap. Now, would Bertie have enough conscious to try and knock him unconscious, or is he just punching it?
It's just a jab. So like, I guess with
So
boxing,
it's like his nose goes inwards, like bone kind of splinters, probably pierces his brain.
Oh.
Severe brain damage.
Blood just spurts out the back of his head.
I got the box. I got the box.
You hear Bertie cry out.
Hey!
Lee has the
Aquamember, you're asleep.
Honestly,
Boomer. There's two guys who were previously on fire who look very badly hurt next to you. They're prone.
I was gonna do no. That's probably too much. I was
I don't think it is
gonna
at this
give
point.
them one of my bombs to hold, but no, I don't know. It's probably too much.
Why is it too much?
No.
What
Well,
were
you
you going
haven't
to do?
stabbed me the bombs either. I've
think
already
you
got
need,
4
I
for
think
the
you
whole
need to make like a
campaign.
will check or something like that.
Can I make
You
a
can make a wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving
I'm
throw?
guessing you don't want to add any extra dice to it.
9.
9, I think that you're giving him a bomb.
I'm just gonna like point, just like drag the bat around, just like, hey, yeah, just take this circular. Yeah, it's a bomb. It definitely
Okay.
looks like a bomb, and just like, oh, g'day, mate. I got a present for you. Can you hold it for me?
And then you light the fuse,
Just
or
gonna-
you're just
yeah.
giving him one.
I'm gonna light the fuse and then hold and
It's like a grizzled man, dark beard, dark sunken eyes. He's rolling around, finally puts himself out, he's like, oh, finally. And then he looks, you literally you put something in his hand, he like looks down at it, like about like trying to draw his blade ready to strike you, as he hears the fizzle. I'll give him a dex saving
You
throw
used
to
him-
think, throw it up in the air. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a thing. He's gonna take you and him, you give me a dex saving throw as well.
can I not disengage with or like?
Yeah,
I
oh, yeah,
have-
if you
I
wanted
have
to, you
nimble
could-
escapes.
Yeah,
so
sure, because you're a
can I-
goblin. Yeah. So you give it to him and then you're like, you just leap back. He throws this bomb up. You hear this kind of explosion of like napalmish fire, alchemist fire. Boom! Kind of
am I
erupts.
in this?
You're on the ground though, right? If it explodes in the air.
It explodes in the air, but it's also raining down like liquid
Yeah.
fire kind of thing.
Purple.
Um,
It's purple. I put details
you
in.
take 4 points of fire damage.
So
I'm down.
As you are woken up and then immediately pass out from the pain of being on fire. However, the man that was previously holding it, because I said he would take half damage on success, is still enough to kill him.
What about-
So the explosion just blah, on the other guy as well. Yeah, I'll make a saving throw for him. Also manages to take half, but would also be enough to kill him because they were easily on low enough hit
So they're
points.
both down.
Nice.
They're
I'm
both down.
I'm just gonna behold this scene with this like purple like sparks raining down. It's gonna be like, I love life!
And then you see Aquamamba bleeding out below you.
Oh, shit.
After your turn, the tiefling who had been woken up by the arrow sees his brother be killed, just kind of rolls onto his side, manages to stand up, grabs the box, and then Misty steps 30 feet away again.
He's
I'm
got
holding
He's
it.
holding
Oh,
it.
okay, you're holding it. In
Yeah.
that case, he will...
He takes my arm with him. Not the other one, no!
He can't do that. He will...
He
really
grabs
wants
it,
this box.
Tries to pull it away. And
He
I'm
will
just-
try and pull it away from you, yeah. He's going to try and make a strength check. Give me a strength check. You're not raging, so you don't advance.
What did he roll, Mark?
What did you roll, Tom?
Oh, just a 23.
I rolled a 1. You hold the box, and he's like, give me that! You don't even need to move your arm. You're just holding it, and he's like,
I imagine you're just messing with him though, like.
Well, no, he's just tugging it, and it's like, oh.
yeah.
Stop it.
He's like, give it to me, you lumbering oaf!
No, it's my box.
You fool!
It's my box!
You beat him to death with the box.
Yeah. He's dead.
I'm totally gonna rage.
They're dead. Sorry, I'm just counting off who's all dead.
It's the tiefling.
Is he the only one left?
Yeah.
Glenn is still awake.
Oh, him. He's
Glenn
prone.
sees this, he's like, oh, get your hands off of him! And we'll cast Magic Missile on the remaining tiefling. So this is going to be 3d4.
Guaranteed
Pretty
hits as
useful.
well.
Yeah. So that's
pulls
going to be
out a
6,
different
7, 10
proud
points
of
of
us?
damage.
So proud.
This guy holding the box. Bertie, you're like looking at this man like trying to tug your box away. And then suddenly these 3 bolts just hit him in the side and just launch him away from you into the wall.
He's still connected to it.
Like, yeah, probably his arm is still like holding on to
Let go! Let go!
it. Just tap the arm and it falls away. Yeah,
Thank you.
Well, that ends that. Except, well, no, actually, because Aquamamba is still down.
Bleeding.
So Fleur, you are the next to go.
I go up and like prod him with his cane.
Yeah, just seems to be dead or unconscious, if nothing else. Cool.
Medicine check?
Yeah, you can make a medicine check.
No healers.
He is your employer.
Yeah, that's the
Well-
only reason why she.
So Fleur leans down, manages to like put the flames out on you, stuffs like a bandage in like your into the wounds from the scimitar, and you are
Oh.
Good enough.
Doesn't even wrap it around, just
shucks it. We see the plaza as we hear the whistles and the alarm of the city guard. Way too late reacting to the explosions and fire and noise that has taken place. As they desperately begin making their way to the plaza. Bertie, you pick up the box. You still have this hostage with a bag over his head, kind of kneel on the ground like. Glenn is like, oh, we should probably get him. I'll carry Mamba. Picks up Aquamamba, like hoists him onto his shoulders. Is like, oh,
I could give him the kiss of life.
Please do.
okay. Puts him down. I'll get the hostage. Come on, you. Like takes the guy and like starts leading him
Are you
away.
conscious at this point?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Would
You just kiss him.
well, I'm going to try and give him the kiss of life.
Okay, yeah.
Is
Sure.
that a
medicine
check or
check? Yeah,
anything?
medicine.
Right, pucker up, sucker. 17.
17. Enough to put you on 1 hit point. Wow. This disgusting
He's grinning.
mouth with like
Lots of
rotted
teeth.
teeth and
Lots of
like
teeth.
bits of food.
I'm in the
still
Nine
stuck out.
Hells! I've descended to the Nine Hells. They finally caught up with me.
I had sausages for dinner.
Oh!
And we see that's the last thing we see as the camera pulls away from this plaza, as the guards begin making their way in. The group of you sneak off, likely taking into some pre-planned escape route, some carriage waiting in some alleyway, as you are led off to a safe house, ready to recover, where you can take a long rest.
nice.
Hooray!
As we see, as the... Oh,
I guess inside.
Go in.
As the carriage is pulled away and we see it racing through the streets of Neverwinter, the camera kind of pulls back and we see High Rollers, a rogue's gambit appear.
Opening sequence.
Yeah, with the title sequence
For some reason, with
appearing.
Pokemon Stadium music as well.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Don't think you have a copyright for that.
Cool. Well, I prepared like really cool chase mechanics that if you ran after them, like there was, there's complications and maybe you've got to like, there's boxes
Well,
in
they
the
could
way.
help you
None of
chase.
that's useful because,
We'll get it later.
yeah, you just nailed it.
Boom, baby.
I can always use them later.
I guess
yeah.
we just get away from the guards as well.
Yeah, this was more of a case of setting up who you are and the kind of madness that the audience can anticipate.
We've got a good
You're
idea.
welcome.
Yeah, I think they've got a good idea now. Testicle home runs, Aquamamba's ridiculousness, Bertie, and
Walking
then
people into a wall.
the other competent member of the group, Fleur. It's Boomer
Cool
and
and
Fleur.
suave.
Yeah.
Other competent,
Boomer and
overly
Fleur.
competent.
So far, MVPs. Everyone else, not
What are
so
you
much.
doing? We're taking a long rest.
Yeah, but hit dice.
Oh, you did put the guy to sleep. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you get that. It's a long rest, so you get all your hit points back.
Okay.
We next see you being led. There is, at your safe house, a note is left by an anonymous courier that simply reads to head down to the gate of Neverwinter, to a stables, where there will be a carriage marked with the Harper symbol waiting for you, where you'll be given a new mission and your reward for accomplishing the deeds. In the safe house, it's revealed that the hostage that you rescued, with the bag removed from his head, is a young, very handsome young man. Excellent kind of pedigree, human, slight scruff of beard, long, luxurious kind of shoulder-length hair that he brushes out of his way. And this is a man called Rainier Neverember, the estranged son of Dagult Neverember.
How do you spell that?
Rainier is Renaer, and Neverember. And he is the estranged son of Dagult Neverember, who was previously the open lord of Waterdeep, but was forced out of the city by various political shenanigans. Rainier says she's like, well, thanks, friends. I really appreciate you saving me there. And if any of you are ever in Waterdeep, I'd be more than happy to lend you the use of my estate as a thank you for rescuing me.
Do you have any aspirin?
Nope. I was literally beaten and kept captive by a bunch of devil-worshipping cultists. I literally have the clothes on my back.
What importance do you have to them?
They simply wanted a political hostage. They were going to try and bribe my father into, well, who knows what. Giving them gold, giving them access to power, whatever these demon-worshipping cultists are after.
Very classic case.
Very
Seen
classic
many
case.
in my time.
But listen, my estate venturing or off with my friends, you're more than welcome.
Neverember.
He's got it. This guy. And he like
Don't
wraps
hit
it.
me.
No, he just puts it on.
Very
around his-
frail.
Oh, you're a very funny guy. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Steve stopped laughing and joined you.
But yeah, really appreciate you saving my neck. I mean, I'll be in the city if you ever need anything. By all means,
whoa.
come to me.
We need to debrief and ensure that we've got the hostage back at the Harpers.
Sure, you want to take me with you?
Yes, please.
Of course, yeah. I'll happily
All
go.
right.
I feel safer with you than on my
Kneel
own.
down.
Yeah.
What?
Kneel
He
down.
is going to make you carry him.
Are you gonna make me carry?
Backpack. It's the least you could do. It just
feels-
saved your
It
life.
feels very strange to be carrying a man much older than me, like a small child. But all right.
Nice power play.
Remember.
All right, here we go! And he puts you on his shoulders.
That's right. Live life to the fullest.
I'm gonna cane slap his butt.
Push.
He hoses. He's like, I'm quite
almost died.
I'm quite an important
Cultists.
noble man.
Aquamamba.
That's fine. Don't slap my ass. All right, here we
You
go.
humans, you're so uptight.
Wait, Aquanana, do you want us to debrief now?
We'll debrief with the harp. Let's go.
Hey.
He stops taking his trousers off.
Fair
then.
enough.
Oh no, Buddy.
Huh?
Buddy. See what they're doing? Yeah? Yeah?
I can
Yeah.
climb on your back.
No!
Here we go.
Oh, no! Not you big girl, you idiot!
Right.
Put me on your back!
Okay, and I'll just pick you up.
One-handed.
Yeah, another hand, sorry. Just, yeah.
Mush!
Rainier looks at Fleur. Please tell me you are an actually sane member of this group.
Race ya.
Sure.
Great. That's
Race
good
ya.
enough for me. Yep, we'll race ya.
And I bolt it.
You know where we're going.
Whoa!
He is quite fast when he wants to be.
Yep, I can see that. You spend some time. We watch as the group makes their way through the busy streets. Neverwinter is quite a cosmopolitan place, so the idea of a Goliath piggybacking a goblin doesn't really raise too many eyebrows here. You imagine that in the more refined cities like Waterdeep and Gearbox, like hold still. It'd probably be more of a minor illusion, but yeah, sure.
A Dungeoneer's pack,
yeah,
a Scholar's
just a
pack,
backpack, I
a
imagine.
Climber's
Does it
pack.
look in a particular way, or
It's got a snake emblem on it.
it's like
What colour is it?
backpack mode,
It's a blue backpack with a light blue emblem.
active camouflage.
Aquamamba and the
The zip.
Along the journey, by the way, you can just see so much stuff has fallen over and has been knocked down.
It's taken
Sorry, wizards. I'm so sorry.
It's taken an hour and 20 minutes to kill Mark. For Mark to question his life decisions.
Eventually, you make your way to the Neverwinter
Eventually.
stables.
You proud of us?
Many scenarios encounter on the way. When you arrive, there is the carriage that has been set aside for you is very obvious. It is a large 6-seater carriage pulled by 4 very refined, elegant-looking horses, and sort of engraved into the door is a harp, the symbol of the harpers. And when you approach, the door opens mysteriously with nobody to open it. And inside you can see a dark-skinned woman wearing magician's robes and a headscarf, very elegant, poised, angular.
Hop off his back.
That's
The backpack, and then as soon as it hits the ground,
open me. Open me.
Oh, that's disgusting, mate.
Rainier looks at the rest of you.
Do it.
The zip.
I ain't touching it.
It's a bonding experience.
No way.
Open me.
Nobody.
I'm
Nobody.
gonna just walk past into the carriage.
I'm hearing a voice. I don't know where it's coming from.
I mean, it's coming from the backpack.
It looks like the cane is attached to the side like a side strap.
Oh.
Do you know what? It's been a while since I've been to the toilet. I'll start strutting
I'm
over.
gonna turn into a machine. Okay, let's make a move.
You see the woman inside just take a breath. Rainier hops inside with you. And as you settle yourselves down, it's very cush, very plush carriage. There are many compartments built above your heads and under the seats as well, little compartments. A table can be folded out to fulfill the center area. And she gestures you all take a seat. As you all sit down, the doors shut, again, with seemingly nobody to do it, and the horses move up and the carriage begins making its way out of Neverwinter. The woman... Welcome. You have not met me before, but I am a handler for the Harpers. My name is Ileana Malik. I am a handler. Quite possible you have worked with her before, Aquamamba? Yes.
How old are you?
I am old enough to be aware of your exploits, let's put it that way.
You look young to me.
Please do not try and hit on me. Also, I am an illusion.
I knew that.
The form flickers briefly. Greetings. I wish to congratulate you on a successful mission last night. You will find in a cabinet beneath Miss Fleur, you will find a cabinet that contains 500 gold in payment for you to distribute amongst yourselves as you see fit. We are currently headed to the city of Waterdeep. There is a new mission for you that you will be compensated for. I can give you the briefing if you wish. Once you arrive, you will have some time to familiarize yourself with the city before the mission is underway.
It's all so formal.
I thought we were in Waterdeep already.
You are in Neverwinter, my dear Goliath. We are heading south along the Sword Coast to Waterdeep, the city of wonder. I'm sure you will find it most exciting.
Can I not reassemble a different team?
I'm afraid that there is no time, Aquaman.
No offense.
This mission is of critical timing, I'm afraid.
Right.
Let me give you the basics. A few weeks ago, our agents learnt of a small fortune, well, a large fortune, quite honestly, to the sum of 500,000 gold coins.
Whoa!
Of Waterdeep. The fortune has been hidden somewhere in the city, but all knowledge of it was lost. We have become aware that several criminal organizations are currently in pursuit of this fortune, for it seems that a relic called the Stone of Galore has some sort of connection and can possibly reveal the location of this fortune. We sent an agent of the Harpers, codenamed Dandelion. Dandelion was sent in to recover the Stone of Galore from one of these criminal organizations, and then to make contact and learn the location of the treasure. We received communication from being currently pursued by several enemy forces. Your mission will be to intercept Dandelion and to assist him in locating the Golden Hoard, recovering it, delivering it to the Harpers, or delivering the information on how to find it to the Harpers. We've already set up a meeting with Dandelion. You're to meet them at an abandoned tavern called Trollskull Manor in a delightfully named Trollskull Alley. You're expected at 10 bells in the evening. There are a number of businesses and residents there, so we feel it should be an apt meeting point for Dandelion. You'll have the morning to familiarise yourself with Waterdeep and Trollskull Alley, secure any provisions you need. Waterdeep is the City of Wonders, after all, and any magical equipment or gear you may require will certainly be for sale. You will, however, be expected to use your funds and any of your rewards that you have been provided previously. Of this, we'll be more than happy to provide you with whatever you require. This mission is of great success, of great importance, and your success will be aptly rewarded. We suspect that the organizations after the treasure to be, well, some of them will have selfish means, but we suspect that there are many political elements that may be at work. This amount of gold, well, it could be used to great harm against the common people of the Sword Coast. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what kind of payment we talking here?
We will be happy to arrange a suitable payment. The majority of the money will be distributed amongst Harper agents and political factions in need of the coin to continue good efforts around the city. However, we would be willing to give your party 10%.
10%? We'll get you 10% of the mission. Am I right?
Need I remind you, Aquamember, that there are many debts you have to the Harpers that perhaps are not waived in gold.
Yeah, I know about my debts.
Ooh, somebody's in trouble.
Are you talking back to me?
Yes.
Don't do that.
I brought you back to life, mate.
10%, you say?
For that one.
We feel that that is more than
What a
sufficient.
rip. 10% of what?
Of the 500,000.
Still quite a lot.
That would be 50,000 gold for you to distribute amongst each other as you see fit. More than enough to buy yourself a small business or perhaps a nice country home and see you comfortably for the rest of your lives.
Why
Explosives.
Or if that is what you wish to spend it on, that research would be admirable as well.
Steak.
Admirable.
Steak.
A steak.
I will also
Just one.
impart that there are
One
moral
mistake.
elements of the mission, that if you are inclined to do good work, securing this money for the Harpers and for the good political factions among the Sword Coast would be very appreciative. No doubt you will earn many favours from many high-ranking officials in many cities across the Sword Coast.
Oh, I'm sure. We're very refined, lawful individuals, aren't we?
Boomer just rolls his eyes savagely at hearing this.
I got a question.
Yes?
Where are we going?
I believe I will... Aquamamba and the others can fill you in, Bertie, but you are heading to the city of Waterdeep.
I thought we were in Waterdeep.
I will refrain from communicating with the Goliath for the future. Any other questions from the rest of you?
How do we find a dandelion? They're tiny.
I'm going to hit the cane on his foot. I had to jump.
Dandelion, I'm afraid that we don't have much more information on Dandelion other than his codename. In order to keep his identity a secret, it was kept out of the hands of many agents. We simply have received communique from him.
And how will we know this dandelion?
My understanding is that he wears a dandelion lapel to identify himself.
I like this person.
We know that we do know that they are a male.
A true expert of the field always has a code name and always has the symbol.
And I point at my own snake that's on my
I
emblazoned on my
believe Dandelion may be from a very similar era of espionage to yourself.
Era,
Aquaman.
what are you trying to say? I'm past it.
No?
Yes.
Experienced.
Mature.
I'm watching all of you.
Old.
All at once.
The journey will take several days, but this carriage should provide you with ample comfort. We have arranged various rest stops along the way at comfortable inns and stations along the manor. You have time to make your preparations. Good luck. As always, if you are caught or killed, the Harpers will deny your existence, and we will not attempt any rescues. Good
You
luck.
got those pills?
Wait. Oh.
The illusion fades.
I was going
and
to
this
ask where we
woman
were
vanishes.
going.
Hey,
Like pats around for way too long, like pulls out. He's been sitting on it. It's like a very cracked little box. Here it is.
think he needs some feeding. Go talk to him down the back. Go on. There's a good boy.
It's like a six. It's kind of like an Escalade, so it's like 2 seats of 4 facing each other, and then 2 kid seats in the back. And Bertie can kind of srouch in, like hunch himself
crunch in.
over, leaving the 3 of you in a comfortable 4-person kind of setup.
Hey, no, man.
No, I understand. It makes sense. He's also got warlock potential. Some sort of familiar, I assume.
Huh? Oh,
It is
no.
a worm.
It's just his pet.
A worm,
He
yes.
found it in an apple.
But I'm sure it sprouts into
You
sort
do
of...
notice, however, that this worm has 2 heads, one at either end of its body.
Hey, Norman. Hey, Norman. No.
It is an
Man.
actual trinket he rolls, so yeah.
So he's not a familiar, doesn't have
No.
powerful, potent warlock abilities.
Nope.
He's just a worm with 2
It is
heads.
a simple worm.
Why have I signed up for this job? And with a meat shield and with an explosive, it's just waiting to explode.
Oh, that's cute of you to
You're
say.
the only useful one. So far.
Just going to take out a cloth and start cleaning my gun.
You start stripping it on this one table in the middle. This very elegant, taking it apart piece by piece.
10%. 10%, is that all I'm used to? I used to be the best. Aquamamba was the name emblazoned on everybody's lips. Everyone used to talk about me. 10%, 10%!
Boomer's
Unbelievable.
Boomer's just picking his nose, like really
Okay.
And look
industriously.
what I'm with now, and I used to be with the best.
Brain deep.
I'm gonna be a bag again.
Investigating it.
Disguise self as a bag.
No.
So
Just a
Aquaman
tote bag.
turns into a tote bag. I mean, it's like an illusion. So it's like the shape of a man that's like blended against the thing, but like his torso is that looks
Tote
like
bag.
a tote bag.
From a certain angle, it looks 3D.
Yeah, but from
The
other
rest
angles,
is just.
it's like
it's
a
the
painted.
texture.
You know those guys that like hide themselves against walls? It's like that.
This is how I used to get away from scenes. Just blend into walls.
Do we see him?
Is it like that scene?
You can all obviously see.
it like
I think the only one that probably can't, because it's an intelligence-based thing to detect illusions, is Bertie, who's just like.
It's like in the Emperor's New Groove when you just go
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
across.
So you are scheduled to meet with this agent in a tavern called Trollskull Manor at 10 bells. Would you like to make any preparations? We can just skip ahead to Waterdeep if you would like to buy things.
Make more boxes.
You can replenish the 1 bomb, yeah?
Yes.
So you have 4 again.
So wait, we pre-bought a load of stuff. Would you
Yeah.
like us to tell you what
Yeah,
they are?
sure.
Okay.
What did you buy?
Book of incense, a book, a chain, 10 feet of it, dice set, flask or tankard, grenade smoke grenade, hammer, hourglass, jug, lantern, lock, magnifying glass, oil, an iron pot, a shovel, a small knife, some soap, and some string.
So, as a point of reference, if you didn't watch character creation, I said to the guys that they could look in the Dungeon Master's Guide, buy magic items, they could buy gear. That's what Tom chose to buy. Did anybody else make any purchases?
I bought Alchemist's Fire, a tinderbox, a lamp, oil, a magnifying glass, and a crowbar.
Cool. No
And
magic items.
and some healing potions.
I haven't bought anything yet.
No.
I'd
Cool.
like to stop off at Waterdeep. I know a good magic place.
Yeah, Waterdeep is a very busy metropolitan city. You can buy pretty much 12 hours, I suppose.
I wrote it in my other notebook.
Pay
But
me.
I had my guns, which were more.
Yes, because you
They were
only
very
had
expensive.
1,000 to spend.
And I bought some healing potions and
Okay.
useful shit.
Healing
Good.
potions.
That's
Yeah,
a good
I had
idea.
two. I had two.
Okay, cool.
So to wrap
Rumors
up,
not
so
dumb.
we've got a little bit of time left in this episode to wrap up. So is there anything you'd like to buy? The city of Waterdeep itself, eventually you spend the days traveling, And you can see one edge of the city is formed along a very steep cliffside. Looking over the rest of the city is a very large compound, which you know to be basically the royal palace, kind of looks over Waterdeep, where the masked lords of Waterdeep, these enigmatic figures who nobody knows their true identities, they're always masked, always heavily robed, is very, very rich. Lots of very wealthy people live down there. Big merchant ships come in, do lots of trade. You have the old district, which is much more run down, full of old buildings, strange statues, kind of these enormous, like 200-foot statues have been built around the city, and they represent different things. Like one is of a Sahorgan, all these different bizarre ancient statues are scattered around the city. And they're so old that buildings have actually been built around them. So the woman who's holding the chalice, you can see that sort of tucked under her arm, there have been buildings that have been built into basically her armpit and things like that. The drunken man, there is actually sort of like in the middle of his legs, a large stone tower has been erected. The city, it's very cosmopolitan, but the one thing you notice is it's very orderly. Waterdeep City Guard, and there are a lot of them. Flying above the city, you see griffins being ridden by cavalrymen who seem to be patrolling the city, kind of like helicopters or aerial patrols around the city itself. And the guards are all very well furnished, excellent arms and armor. This is not a ramshackle city watch or militia. This is a very highly trained military unit. And they are everywhere around the city. There are notices for bounties, there are notices for illegal activities posted everywhere, and the area that you find yourselves initially drawn to is this large open market district right smack in the middle of Waterdeep, and most prominent is a tavern which sits right in the middle of the city. It's a large building, stone foundations, wood timbers, thatched roof, called the Yawning Portal. And you would all know the Yawning Portal. It is the store. It is featured in stories all across of Faerun, across the Forgotten Realms. Great heroes like Minsk, Elminster,
Aquamamba.
Not Aquamamba, Mert the Moneylender. They have all begun their adventures here. And in fact, the owner of the Yawning Portal, a man that doesn't speak much and doesn't talk about his adventuring days, but normally has a story to tell. And it's given its name, the Yawning Portal, by a large well that just seems to go down and down and down, and nobody seems to know where it leads.
Okay.
And that is where you find yourselves stood outside the Yawning Portal with a morning and an afternoon to spare.
How much money did we get from that last job?
You got 500 to
Well,
split amongst
So
you,
150 each.
I've got
okay.
it.
and then you had initially 1,500. Katie had 1,000 because of her guns. And then you've spent money out of that as you need to. So I don't know how much money you've got left, but you're more than welcome to come and spend it now.
Team, gather round. I want a circle around me right now. 'Cause
I
know
thought you said you didn't want us to be your team.
Well, we have to, because we have to do the job, and I want my 10%. 10%! I'll believe. Anyway. Now, I've got the payment. I can't believe you didn't ask for this earlier. But it makes sense. 40% to me, 20, 20, 20. Here we go.
I already took my
Okay.
share.
What? What?
As have I.
How did you?
Yeah, there's 300 gold missing from it already.
You were a tote bag at the time.
I like your styles.
You
You'll go
were a
far.
tote bag.
I distinctly remember you were a tote bag.
So how much is 20%?
Give the guy his money.
I never.
Come on.
I will. Here we go.
Thank you.
Put out your hand.
How much?
Sorry, that one.
So it's not 150, it's 125 each.
I just put my fist out and it
500
just clanks
divided by 4.
off and onto the floor.
I was looking at Kim like, 150 doesn't work. No, it's 125. Yeah, no, I'm right.
I'm a bit dyslexic.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was just confused. You confused me. It's 125 each, plus on top of any other money you had.
Did you give me my full amount?
Yes.
Okay. Kids, we have 2 hours here. You can go spend whatever you like. Here's our meeting point. The Yawning Portal. Very famous. Famous heroics people, like me and other people. Used to go through this town by watering hole. Use it all the time. Maybe pop a gold coin down the well. Good luck.
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna
god.
walk away while he's talking.
2 hours, no
Hey,
more.
what do you recommend?
I recommend you go get some potions of some kind
Okay.
until we get our briefing from Dandelion. We don't
Briefing.
really know the specifics and the specialist skill set required,
Skill
so
set.
we could get a very custom-made magical item, you know, for yourself.
Magical item.
So that we can approach it from the right angle.
Uh-huh.
You see what I mean?
Potions, briefs.
Potion,
Yeah.
brief,
Yeah. Magic items.
custom items.
Custom.
2 hours.
So we're in Neverwinter right now, right?
Okay, 2 hours. We'll see you later.
Okay. So you'll split off. What do you guys want to get?
I bought a horse.
Normal horse.
50 gold. They cost.
Yeah. Well, that's what the player's handbook says. When you go to
How
buy
much was
this
I
horse,
charged?
when you get, look, why don't you make an intelligence saving throw for me?
Actually, I rolled. Oh, total.
12. You pay. So the man who sells this to you, he's a halfling, like Aquamamba, and he's like, my friend, I've got the best horse for you to buy ever. The name's Grundle. Nice to meet you.
Wait, the horse is Grundle?
Yes,
Oh, hey, Grundle.
he was once the horse of a prince,
What?
which means he's magic.
Oh man, how magic?
Doesn't need to eat. Doesn't need to poop.
What?
Just works. It's
How do we do
amazing.
that? Even I have to do that.
I know, it's magic horse.
Wait a
I'll
minute.
sell him to you.
Magic. Yeah, I'll get
300
it.
gold.
I was told to get a magic thing. I'll get that one.
300 gold.
300 gold. Yeah, I mean, it fills the criteria that it was given to me.
Perfect. Here you got Grundle. Grundle. And then this stable hand totes out this grey horse. Bridles the thing around the face and stuff, yeah.
Saddles that bit.
And then the whole tack is the whole thing. I think it's called tack. So leather tack, and it's brought out, and glossy mane hands it over to you. This stable hand looks up at you, terrified,
That's my horse now. It's Grundle.
and you see the halfling who looks like Danny DeVito is counting all of his coins. He's saying, "Oh yes, brilliant! Now there's one thing you should know about Grundle.
Right?
You need to keep him very cool.
I'll
He
give him-
overheats. It's a part of the magic."
Oh, I was going to give him like some sunglasses or something.
Sure, do what you want. Magic doesn't work.
Oh, no. I mean, I gotta have him for his magic. I was told by the Aquaman guy.
Sure, told by the Aquaman.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hey, Nerman, meet your new
Why?
There's your friend. You'll be safe in there, buddy. Come along, Grundle.
You take Grundle by the reins, okay? Sure.
That was your only friend.
Well, he's got Grundle now.
I'm so happy.
You're going to be very sad when you realize what you did to Nerman.
So you just buy the horse.
He will probably realise eventually. I've got like 75 gold.
Yep.
He did say potions and briefs, so I'll buy some underwear. And
Sure.
maybe a healing potion.
Well, let's
Or
see.
I'll go to a place. Let's
see what potion you buy.
I'll ask for a potion.
Yeah, let's see what potion you buy, Tommy.
Oh, God.
I love it. I love it.
This
It's great.
character.
Isn't it fun
Just
playing
like
dumb?
you
It's
in
really
real
easy
life.
to be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just let me get the potion thing up so I can see what kind of potions you could get.
Okay.
And it's going to cost you 74 gold, this potion.
Wow,
And then the
that's-
one remaining gold, you buy 2 pairs of pants with.
Just in case.
So let's go with, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Briefs,
6,
check.
7, 8, 9, 10,
Potion. Check.
Magic.
11, 12,
Magic
13,
item.
14,
Custom
15,
horse.
16, 17, 18, 19,
Home
20.
of
Roll a
Nerman.
d20 for me.
Okay.
You might be getting an amazing deal.
19.
Just ask for a potion. Okay. The person you buy this from doesn't appear to be quite in their right mind. It's an old woman, but her skin is mostly bark. Her hair is a mixture of leaves and twigs. And you find her as you're taking Grundle around the city, just in like a sewer like pipe. And that's the mystery, Bertie. How did you get down there?
With a horse.
Well, not in the actual sewer. You're like going outside, like
I'd like to think that he
Is it in the
did get
sewer?
into
I'm in
a
the
sewer
sewer. Yeah, sure.
with a horse. course.
And maybe you were directed there. You said you were looking for potions. Some street man said, "Oh, there's potions down here. We've got loads of potions down here,
my God.
Bertie."
Okay.
You go down, and there is a small sign that says "pot hands,"
Yeah.
and this woman is like, "Yes, dear, you wish to buy a potion."
Yep. Here's the gold. And I give her like 74 of my remaining gold.
Excellent. Yes, there is one additional cost.
What?
You must give me some of your spit. It's like a cloth, and then wrings it out into like a little leather tube. Yes, very vibrant. Yes, good. Well,
What is this?
here you go. Here is a potion.
Do you need any Grundle spit?
Yes.
I just put my hand in his mouth.
Ah.
Here you go.
Would there be a bit of worm on that?
Now, she holds up a small.
The worm.
It's made from a bone that's been hollowed out and then stoppered with a cork and engraved with kind of runic signals. Now, when you drink this potion, it will make you very, very fast.
Huh? Okay. It's a potion. See ya.
She kind of puts the gold in her pocket and then gets out the spit.
Oh, why is this so weird?
Let me know if you need any more.
I will, Bertie.
I didn't say my name. I didn't even realize. Yeah, that's me. See ya. Grundle, come on.
You have a potion of speed.
Hey, it's pretty good.
Let's put that in air quotes, though. Potion of speed.
Okay.
What kind of
Potion
speed?
of
Speed.
speed.
It will make him very fast.
See colours?
We'll see.
2 times underwear. Okay.
Yeah, and you're in 2 underwear as well.
Awesome.
Clean?
Yeah.
New.
Ish.
One is sort of probably like a really big pair of granny pants, though, and then one's like a normal
thong.
men's brief.
Mankini.
Sure. You can have whatever you want, dude.
I'll wear it.
You want to be the crazy comedy one? By all means.
This is comedy. Just playing a character. Bob.
Anybody else?
List of things.
No, it's just on the... Don't read my notes. There's just one sentence.
On the card?
Which bit am I looking
Give me
at?
the white piece of paper.
Yeah.
The green piece.
Right, circle it for me.
Yeah, it was upside down. Carry on, Chris
What
Trott.
bit am I reading? This isn't English.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Let's do. And you want to use this person? Okay. That's not really to their speciality. Like the 3 things that are written on the card are what they're specialized in. Unless you wanted, yeah. So you wouldn't be able to get the second thing you asked for.
I'll talk to you afterwards.
Yeah, talk to me afterwards because we can do that before the next session. Aquamamba, Fleur.
I'm gonna go to a tailor's,
Yes.
buy everybody turtlenecks, and on the back is gonna be embroidered Mamba mercenaries.
Just turtlenecks.
Just
My
black
God.
turtlenecks.
No extra things about them.
Nope.
No magical enchantments. You just want turtlenecks.
Turtlenecks exist in this universe.
Sure. Yes, they do. They do now.
It's wool.
Okay.
So it's
They'll
very
take a day to be delivered. They have to be handmade and hand
Deliver
stitched.
to the yawning puddle. That's for Aquamamba.
Very well.
Are they the right size?
I am
He
not
also
going to
talks
put this
like
on
this.
properly.
Here's another halfling.
I want to
Very
go
good.
live.
Yes, no problem.
All right, you know, like you did them like last time.
I do, Aquamember. To your usual cut, would you like them in the latest style?
Yes, please.
Of course.
Like
It's like
proper
John Wick, the hotel in John
Real
Wick.
mercenary style. you
Yes. Very good, sir.
know. How much is that?
I think that for custom, you'd be looking at about 5 gold a piece, or 20 gold.
Hold on. I've got my stamps. Last one.
That's 15 gold then, so you get
Excellent,
yours
thank
free.
you. Perfect. Man, it's a shame the other guys got incinerated on the last mission.
I know.
They were really nice ones.
Okay, you get some 4 matching turtleneck.
Every time I go out on a team, I always get the matching outfits.
What colour are they?
Katie,
Black.
anything? Please save me.
I don't know. When I was in the fight, I really
Fake that.
gun.
Sure, we can look at
crap.
making something like that.
Yes.
So it'll probably be a mixture of magical and mechanical. So it's probably made for you by some crazy dwarf.
I don't know if I have enough money for it, but we'll see.
Well, how much money do you have left?
700.
700. Let's take that 700, but how well it works, well, let's just say it won't always be super reliable. And we'll make something,
Okay.
but it'll be fun.
700 gold.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of magic item would cost like 1,000 to 2,000.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's unreliable.
You can buy mechanical stuff. You can make mechanical stuff if you want to make something.
Yeah, just
Can I maybe
reflavor them.
tinker
More like
with it
potions.
myself and try and
Yeah,
improve
sure.
it?
Yeah, you got Tinker's tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can buy the basic components to try and make it
Yeah.
yourself.
Can I
Alright.
buy a really big nail for my great club? And get a +1 to damage.
It would need to be augmented with more than just one big nail.
Could it be a little bit rusty and then septic and therefore deal some poison damage?
That way, you are looking at like 1,000 gold.
It's like the most
But it would
expensive
basically
nail.
you'd give it. You're not actually to add +1 d6 damage. We can do that. You can add some poison damage to your great club if you want, but it'll cost you 1,000 gold because it's a rare, unique poison.
Yeah, screw it, let's do it.
Sure. Okay. There you're given a special ointment that makes you immune to that poison, like that particular poison, not all poisons. So you don't risk poisoning yourself. Sure. Why not? There's only 11 episodes of this. They're all gonna either be dead or they'll win, so it doesn't matter.
Boomer will never die.
That's how I live.
Yeah, that's how you live. Yeah, so you can do that. And yeah, you all go about your business, you buy these various goods, and then you meet back at the Yawning Portal.
Does everybody get what they wanted?
Bertie arrives with a horse.
And undies.
Did you steal that?
No, this is mine. He's magic.
You didn't spend that 125 on that, did you? How much?
You
did
didn't
that
spend
come-
125 on it, no.
No.
Where did you get it? We can't take a horse with us on a mission.
What? He's magic.
Are you mental?
You asked for a magic thing.
That's not a magic horse.
Yeah, it is. Doesn't need to eat. Doesn't need to poop.
I'm gonna detect magic on the horse.
Yeah? You cast Detect Magic?
Yes.
This horse is actually magical.
Is it?
Yep. But not in the way that Bertie thinks. You don't know what effect it has, but this horse is magical.
Your face.
It is magical, fair enough. But it's going to be a real struggle concealing a horse.
What does it do?
Doesn't need to poop. Doesn't need to eat.
I'm pretty sure that that's not what this
Pretty
enchantment
sure.
does. It's you actually with Detect Magic, you would know it's a transmutation effect.
Some guy whose name I didn't catch said he didn't need to poop. Didn't need to eat.
Well, that's completely wrong.
Also, I had to keep him cold.
What?
I think one of the two.
We don't
Cold
have
or
time to
warm, I
look
think.
after a horse.
Huh? He's magic.
There's some good eating on that thing.
No. He's also the home of Nerman.
What did you do?
No. What do you mean?
What did you do?
Nerman.
Where's Nerman?
He's in here. And I'm like, no. In here. Nerman. Oh no! Boomer! Nerman!
I can't deal. Everyone's just playing
Do
well.
this anymore.
Well, you know what? I think that's pretty much a good point to end. You know that you have your meeting with the agent known as Dandelion at Trollskull Manor. We fade out on Bertie's horrified, upset face. The camera just lingers for a moment as Bertie looks up. Nerman! And then to be continued comes up.
Why?
That was a very insane episode
Thank you
my-
for
of
sponsoring
Piranha's
us.
a Rogue's Gambit.
Wizards of the Coast
The Idle Champions, yeah, very
they're
much so.
so glad.
You,
Sorry.
can somebody do me a dice count of how many we have
We
left?
actually have
Oh.
quite a lot of dice left.
To be
5,
fair,
10,
These are my
15,
dice.
20 dice left.
20
but
dice left,
Not
okay.
super action-packed.
No.
I mean, we had like a huge
Big
shopping
opening.
spree.
we had a big shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you burn through 30 of them.
At
pretty
this
good.
rate, we are going to burn through them all by the end of the next episode, easily.
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
But
No, so do these
not
carry over?
if you guys. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to say yes. Depends on how many you guys can raise at home. All you have
Who's
to
playing right now?
I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm literally playing right now on my computer.
It's an idle game. You can just kind of let
Leave
it
it going.
do its
I've been
magic
generating dice
and-
this entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time you complete an adventure,
It's just like
unlocks
putting them
points.
back.
Every time you can complete an adventure, every time you complete a free play, up to level 60, I think it is.
There you go.
You get some points towards the dice, and also some free. Well, I say free stuff. You have to earn the points to get to it, but you get some stuff in game as well by doing the event.
Yeah. And then don't forget, if you saw it, there was a code in the VOD. If you're watching this back, it's in the VOD. You just skip through until you find it in the lower left corner, lower right corner. That's a code to get free gold chest. That's really great. Gives you some cool stuff in game. You get one of those. I think there's even an offer where you get a special axe for Bruno at the moment if you unlock a gold
There
chest.
it is. There's the code.
There's the
There
code.
it
is.
Valid for 24.
Dragon Heist. Dragon Heist is not as crazy as this may be. Dragon Heist can be played crazy. This is a new level of crazy. But Dragon Heist is going to be available on the 18th of September. But if you have it, if you want to get it on D&D Beyond, I'm hoping.
We've genuinely just gained another dice.
Just getting another dice. Thank you for generous on twitch.tv/HighRollersD&D. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. BST. We're currently playing in a homebrew campaign setting. It's sort of my creation. It's not Forgotten Realms one. Loads of cool custom stuff. There's robot people. There's cool sorcerer subclasses. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. I really enjoy playing it. Thanks very much.
fresh as well.
You
Super
should,
fresh.
Follow us on Twitter at HighRollersD&D, where you will find out everything that we're doing, including
You're up next on D&D Twitch channel as well. Bye!
See ya!
Bye.